Welcome to two examples of converting a decimal to a percent and a fraction. It's important to remember the word percent means per 100, and therefore a percentage is always a number compared to 100. We can define a percent as a ratio with a denominator of 100. Notice how 20 hundredths, or the ratio of 20 to 100, equals 20%. So going back to our first example, we're asked to convert 0.006 to a percent and a fraction. We will first convert the decimal to a percent. We'll begin by writing the decimal as a fraction with a denominator of 1. 0.006 equals 0.006 over 1. And if we write this ratio or fraction with a denominator of 100, this will give us the percent. To create an equivalent fraction or ratio with a denominator of 100, we multiply the numerator and denominator by 100. 0.006 times 100 equals 0.6. Remember, the shortcut for multiplying by 100 is to move the decimal point to the right 2 places. If we begin with 0.006, move the decimal to the right 2 places, 1, 2, this does give us 0.6. And then 1 times 100 is equal to 100. This gives us the fraction 0.6 over 100, or the ratio of 0.6 to 100, which equals 0.6%. So once we have the ratio or fraction with a denominator of 100, the numerator always gives us the percentage. If we look at the shortcut for converting a decimal to a percent, we are told to multiply by 100 and add a percent sign. And notice how, if we look at the numerator, we did multiply by 100 and then added the percent sign to the numerator to form the percent. Next, we're asked to write the decimal as a fraction. Let's begin with the original decimal and write it as a fraction with a denominator of 1, just like we did before. In order for a fraction to be in correct form, though, we cannot have decimals in the fraction. Notice how to clear the decimal from the numerator, we need to multiply by 1,000 or move the decimal point to the right 3 places. And therefore, to create an equivalent fraction, we multiply the numerator and denominator by 1,000. 0.006 times 1,000 is equal to 6. To multiply by 1,000, we move the decimal 3 places to the right, giving us 6. And 1 times 1,000 equals 1,000. Also notice how we could also determine this fraction by knowing place values. Notice how we read this decimal as 6 thousandths. The last step is to simplify the fraction by simplifying out any common factors other than 1 between 6 and 1,000. 6 and 1,000 share a common factor of 2. We divide the numerator and denominator by 2, which gives us a simplified fraction of 3/500ths. Going back to our notes, to convert a decimal to a fraction, we use place value, or write the decimal with a denominator of 1, then clear the decimal from the fraction and simplify, which we did. Let's look at a second example. Let's first convert 3.24 to a percent. 3.24 as a fraction is equal to 3.24 over 1. If we can write this fraction with the denominator of 100, we will know the percentage. To create an equivalent fraction with the denominator of 100, we multiply the numerator and denominator by 100. 3.24 times 100 equals 324. 1 times 100 equals 100. This gives us the fraction 324 hundredths, or the ratio of 324 to 100, which is equal to 324%. Again, the shortcut is to multiply by 100 and add a percent sign. And now we'll convert 3.24 to a fraction. Let's start with 3.24 over 1. The next step is to clear the decimal from the fraction. Because we have 3.24 in the numerator, we need to multiply the numerator and denominator by 100. Which notice how we did right here above. which gives us the fraction 324 hundredths, which again we had above. But now we need to simplify the fraction. The greatest common factor between 324 and 100 is 4. We divide the numerator and denominator by 4 to simplify the fraction. 324 divided by 4 is equal to 81. 100 divided by 4 is equal to 25. This is a simplified fraction for 3.24. I also want to mention, using place value, we read 3.24 as 3 and 24 hundredths. And if we write this as an improper fraction, the denominator is 100, and the numerator is 100 times 3 plus 24, which is 324 hundredths, which we had here, and we know we'll simplify to 81 25ths. I hope you found this helpful.